Consider a world where people don't have to fear for their lives due to their beliefs, where people can express their thoughts and views of the world without being attacked or facing death. One of the most fundamental human rights, freedom of speech and thought, finally being applied. However, this is far from reality. Every year, thousands of people die from terrorism, a majority for religious reasons. In 2014 alone, over 16,000 people died according to Global Terrorism Database, and this has been a trend for the last 40 years. All these people could have been alive today. They could have married, had children, and lived normal lives like all of us. They could have been contributing members to society and lived the full life they deserve. Nobody deserves death due to their beliefs, as strange and illogical as they may be. Since August 2017, over 700,000 Rohingya Muslims have fled Myanmar after being persecuted for their beliefs. For years, since the Rohingyas migrated to Myanmar in the 1970s, they've been denied basic human rights, even going as far as to exclude them from the country's census. However, starting on August 25, 2017, the local population began actively attacking this group, with thousands dying during the first month violence broke out. Hundreds of thousands have had to relocate since, after suffering inhumane living conditions. These Rohingyas have been living in Myanmar for decades, and no matter their beliefs, they do not deserve forceful relocation and persecution. They could have lived normal lives and been normal people, but humanity will never progress if they're chasing people due to their beliefs. Since Israel's independence in 1948, the Palestinian population has been restricted of basic human rights. Since then, to 1966, strict martial law or military law was applied to the Palestinians, yet even today, they are still systematically discriminated. For example, there are over 50 official laws which directly or indirectly discriminate against Palestinians. We could have a world, a society with complete freedom and acceptance for new ideas. We might find true meaning to life or a more widely accepted religion. Take Michael Faraday. He invented the first electric dynamo or generator. If he had been persecuted for his beliefs, we wouldn't have a lot of the technology we have today. People deserve the right to think and express themselves. Most overwhelming is the Rwandan Tutsi genocide, where hundreds of thousands of Tutsis were murdered by the Hutu majority during the Rwandan Civil War. Approximately 70% of their population died innocently and left the population scarred for life. This topic may seem far away from your current realities. You may think this only happens elsewhere, and many of you may never have or will experience something like this. But you can do something to generate change. It may not be much, but if you take away one thing from this speech, it's acceptance of others. You are not always right, and even when you are, not everyone will be convinced. It is important to learn to accept others people's thoughts, as ridiculous as they may seem. Even if it sounds like your efforts won't be seen or heard, they still help. No one is born radical, and no one is born wanting to be a terrorist. So if we, as a society, learn to live with each other's differences, then they might be able to coexist in a harmonious environment as well. It won't be easy. We humans are not used to change, much less embracing it, yet we must. It's unfair to judge someone for their differences in their beliefs, especially concerning religions. So people, in all the small things you do, whenever you can, accept.